In my last video, I made a claim that Nikki is an introvert. Nikki is an introvert. I believe that she's not a villain. She's a bold black woman who knows her worth. And trust me, she's an introvert. And that's what I'm gonna prove to you in the next video, that she's not a mean girl either. Her world was infiltrated by a white girl and she defended herself, you understand? And that the director has villainized her and made us think that she is a mean girl, a bad person, a wicked person, a bad character. And I disagree with that. Nikki is quite simply an introvert who knows how to use her power. Most introverts we see on screen, or we perceive in our mind to be quite passive and mild or weak, because introverts haven't tapped into their power. But you can be introverted and powerful. Yeah, Nikki is introverted and powerful. She's not a villain. And has found a way to navigate the world and be popular and get what she wants and still be an introvert. I'm going to prove this to you, okay? Now, Nikki wasn't in many scenes, so it's not hard to do. There's not a lot of dialogue. It's very easy. Nikki is the quietest character in the whole cast. Even when she's talking, she still has that introverted quietness about her. Guys, if you can't see it, I don't tell you. You guys think we don't have introverted black characters on screen? Yes, we do. We do. Nikki's one. She was there the whole time, and we had no idea. But we chose to see her through the lens of the director and victimize the white girl and villainize and demonize the black girl. Yeah? And they use costume and lighting to do it. I'm going to show to you the first time we saw Nikki. The first time we saw Nikki was in the gym.
Excuse?
Sarah was on the, was it trapeze or something like that? Doing her little leg trick bullshit thing. Camera pans to Nikki. Before that, the white girl and Chanel, giving Chanel today, by the way, they were laughing and smiling. Excuse me. Now, why is Chanel not a mean girl for saying that? No. What did Nikki do? Nothing. Look at Nikki's mouth. Nikki's mouth is naturally turned down. Yeah? She has black hair, pale skin, black eyeliner, a bold brow, a bold arched brow, a naturally turned down mouth with a dark lip colour. And she looked up so you can see the whites of her eyes. She didn't say shit. Why? Because she's the introverted girl just watching another girl who's doing really well on the trapeze. There was no hate there. It's teaching you how to think about Nikki from the first time I've seen her. It's the first time I've seen her. And it's teaching you how to think and feel about her. Shit on shit. But be an introvert. So you guys are also guilty of doing it too. You say, people treat me like this as an introvert. You've done the same thing to a fictional fucking character for over 10 years. Let me draw this curtain a bit because you're not stay. Way too bright. That facial expression there, guys, that's just the black woman's face. That's not hostility. That's just the black woman's face. It's just her resting face. The director's trying to make you think that from the beginning, Nikki had hatred towards the white girl because she was good at something. When Nikki hasn't spoken a word. You understand? All they've done is focus on the person in the scene who's not speaking, the introvert. Let's go.
What is up with this place? Seems like they're letting anybody in.
Seems like they're letting anybody in. That's a fact. That was a members only club that Chanel invited this white girl to on the first day. What kind of black disrespect is that to the whole black community? That is rude as fuck. A membership only club, this white girl got through. How? It's beyond me. That should have never happened. But no one's checking Chanel. You understand? Nikki stated a fact. It seems like they're letting anybody in nowadays. How did she get in here? She shouldn't be here in her space. Okay.
And they started with you.
I'm Nikki, Alyssa, Jasmine. You know Diggy, right? Marsha.
Nikki introduced herself. And then guess what? Nikki, who's so mean, introduces herself to the girl with the name on her ID. On her ID, the name was Marsha. She's not being bit. No, she's not. No, she's not.
Sarah. It's Sarah, actually. I know you, though. You're in my gym class, right?
That don't mean you know me.
It's birthday. That's a fact. That don't mean you know me. It's not rude. This is basic black delivery of sentences. We have this constant attitude anyway. It's just a fact. Yeah? She's not nasty. She's not mean. She stated the fact, 2 facts. You don't know me because I'm in your gym class. She phrased it incorrectly, Sarah.
I know you, though. You're in my gym class.
I know you, right? You're in my gym class. She should have rephrased that.
Quit it, Nikki.
Quit what? I ain't walking on eggshells just because you brought the Brady Bunch to the Negro Club.
Maybe you came to the wrong spot, because I'm pretty sure there aren't any Negroes here.
Don't!
I'm pretty sure you came with one.
Oh, no, Wench, you did not just call me a Negro. What?
Y'all just chill, okay? Why don't you tell her to chill? She's the one that's always got something to say.
I could say a lot more. You keep talking, Nikki, I will lay all your shit bare.
And then Chanel does this whole thing. Let's defend the white girl. Oh, the poor white girl. She must be so hurt by what Nikki just said.
I don't mean you know me.
That don't mean you know me. Let's defend her.
Quit it, Nikki.
Quit what?
Making it look even more like Nikki's a problem. Quit what? But that's the point. That's a valid point. Quit what? What is she doing?
Quit what? I ain't walking on eggshells just because you brought the Brady Bunch to the Negro Club.
And then she has the nerve to feel like she can check her. Who does she think she is, coming to a white space on the first day, into Nikki's space, right? And then telling her she can't say Negro.
Maybe you came to the wrong spot, because I'm pretty sure there aren't any Negroes here.
Don't think it's so disrespectful for entering black spaces. For entering black spaces and correcting black people in those spaces, her mouth should be shut. It's amazing how comfortable other races feel coming to our spaces and telling us what to do.
I'm pretty sure you came with one.
Oh, no, Wench, you did not just call me a Negro. What?
Y'all just chill, okay?
Do you know why Nikki's being a bit of a bitch just then? Just because Chanel's caused this whole issue. Chanel was the one that brought her into this members only club and brought her into her space, into the VIP section. She brought her into VIP. Chanel's instigating this whole thing. Quit it, Nikki.
Quit it, Nikki.
You can't tell me that Nikki don't have a quietness to her. That introvert quietness. It's an introvert who learned how to assert herself.
I ain't walking on eggshells just because you brought the Brady Bunch to the Negro Club.
And because those girls are sitting around and you think, oh, she's just a leader, she can't be introvert. Yes, you can be a leader and an introvert. In the group I was ever in, I was leader of. I can't stand her and the way she played my brother. Oh.
Why you gotta burn her like that, Chanel? I can't stand her ass and the way she played my brother.
Again, so Nikki's wearing the darkest colours in the scene. Chanel, the country white girl, and Sarah are wearing reds and orange tones. Oh, the lighting's really just trying to fuck up my video today, but just go with it. Nikki is wearing, again, that dark lip, got black hair, black choker, and a black dress, or a black boob tube. Her clothing's black. It's dark again, so they're pulling from wardrobe again. And the way they got her slumped in that chair as well. That confidence. Watch her, she can't be confident. Why are you saying that Nikki can't be confident? She's bad because she's confident and asserting herself. What has Nikki done for us to call her mean girl already? Except, again, the same thing that we see in film. I want you guys to get into your head. It's in film. They demonize black characters who assert themselves and speak for themselves. Yeah? So everything she spoke was facts, and she's still bad. So even when you speak up and you speak truth, you're still wicked when you're black. You understand? There's nothing wrong with Nikki, guys. Nikki doesn't have to smile like a white girl to show that she's non-threatening. Nikki doesn't have to force fake emotions like a white girl to show that she's a good person and that she's open to your friendship or interacting with you. That's not how we as black women have a different resting facial expressions than white women. We're more sincere and genuinely in touch with how we feel. We're not going to put on a facial expression that is not reflective of how we feel inside. You understand? But that's not appreciated. The rule is not appreciated in black. The people want us to fake a smile so they can feel comfortable. This lighting is...
I can't stand her ass and the way she played my brother.
So then again, I can't stand her ass in the way she played my brother. So because we've seen this is how clever it is. We've already empathized with the white girl. Chanel has befriended the white girl, meaning Chanel is good. because she didn't leave the white girl by herself. You know, when her bag was getting stolen, her bag could have got stolen by the criminal black people from the hood in the corridor.
Don't put your shit on the floor.
And Chanel helped her, right? So we now like Chanel because Chanel has befriended the white girl, the white character, the vulnerable white character who would have been attacked by other black people in the school, was protected by the black girl. You understand? So we think Chanel's good. So when Chanel goes with her screwed up face,
I can't stand her ass and the way she played my brother.
we think, oh my gosh, is that what Nikki did to Chanel? I don't like Nikki. Nikki's really bad, and it reaffirms that Nikki is a bad person, a bad character, and I would dislike Nikki because of whatever interaction happened between Nikki and her brother, which is her business. And yes, you can play Meng, you're supposed to. If you're not playing Meng, you're a fucking idiot. The brainwashing on this is mad.
Let's dance.
That's not.
Oh. It's gonna be like that?
Well, how'd you think it was gonna be? That you're just gonna drop me and pick me back up whenever the hell you felt like it?
I miss you.
Does this have anything to do with that fool from Northwestern dismissing you?
Ain't nobody dissed or dismissed me, Derek. I laid him off.
There's this, like, the way they make her look up, like she's always looking up, like with this evil kind of menacing kind of look. There's a word I'm looking for. I'll find it. I'll put it in. Like you can always see the bottom whites of her eyes. She's always looking up at people in this way that is just kind of like deceitful.
You fired me. You laid him off. Now y'all gotta do is find somebody to dance with and it'll be all good.
Why are we not empathizing with Nikki in this thing? Because Chanel told us she was a player. You're supposed to run game on niggas if you're clever. You know, like, what he just did to her is rank, and we don't empathize with her. And plus she's got this black dark lip going on, and the lighting casting those shadows on her face. You understand, this blue lighting making it look like an alien, whereas Derek has this warm lighting on his face. It's a bit more warmth. There's more warmth coming from the right hand side of Derek's face. Supposed to see it as, oh, we like Derek, he put her in her place. You don't even know what happened. And already you're on his side, you're on Chanel's side because he's Chanel's brother, and you're on the white girl side because she's the main character and we see it through her perspective. It's so quick. We should feel sorry for Nikki right now. We don't empathize with her already. That is shocking. She seemed quite nice.
Let's dance.
It's the black. They've got the cuffs on it. It's
gonna be like that?
Well, how'd you think it was gonna?
Nah, guys, don't let them brainwash you. I don't care what she's doing. That bitch ain't got shit on me.
I don't care what she's doing. That bitch ain't got shit on me.
So the girls kind of pitted her against the white girl, which they shouldn't have.
Damn, Nikki, she all up in your nut. Uh-huh. Up in your nut, cracking it. What's she doing? Two-step?
Nikki swore to be the first person in here to use that kind of language, right? That kind of harsh language, abusive language, right? In your world. So now Nikki's what? Mean? She's bad because I swear she swore. Watch me squash this shit. And it's the way they let her just sit there and prowl like she's on the prowl. It's the body language as well. This classic scene, classic angle. So she said shit and she said bitch. No one spoke like that in this whole movie. Not one person. Actually, Malachi.
That's your specialty, ain't it? Crawling on the floor like a little bitch.
The only person who spoke like that was Malachi, and he's quite obviously bad. But we were getting to that in the time.
Bitch, I'm okay, man. What the hell is your problem, man?
She's used that kind of abusive language, right? And now she's bad. Just kind of we are confirming. And again, the dark colours, dark hair, beautiful dark top. So now she's gonna go down there and shame up Sarah, as she should, because Sarah's had an attitude from day.
I can do it, put your ass into it. You can do it, put your back into it. I can do it, put your ass into it. Put your back into it. Put your ass into it. I do
Sassy class.
She came into members only club, sat in VIP, and disrespected Nikki. Sorry, that was overdue. Nikki is sitting in VIP all the time. Why? Because yeah, you might want to be in a club or around music and around your people and that, but you don't want to be. She's not the centre of attention. She's never the centre of attention, Nikki. She's always off to the side. As an introvert in that space, you'd be sitting there too. Yeah. Guys, how is Nikki a villain for this? How is she bad for what she just did?
I can do it, put your ass into it. You can do it, put your back into it. I can do it, put your ass into it. Put your back into it. Put your ass into it.
Ça c'est classe. Ça le fait rire.
Iconic dance, boy. Iconic dance. Next time we see Nikki, she fights Sarah. But just because there was tension brewing between them, it does not mean that Nikki is the bad character. Through and through, I will put listen, Sarah is the bad character in this whole film.
Y'all know the name.
It ain't over, bitch.
I don't even know why it started, bitch.
'Cause you always in my way.
I'm only in your way when it comes to Derek. That's what this is all about.
No, it's about you. White girls like you. Creeping up, taking on men. The whole world ain't enough, you gotta conquer ours, too.
Whatever, Nikki. You know what? Derek and I like each other, and if you have a problem with that, screw you.
I'm actually gonna ask her now. Why did you do that? What's your problem? Why did you do that, right?
I don't even know why it started, bitch.
'Cause you always in my way.
Because you're always in my way. That's it. She's always in her way in spaces that she shouldn't be in. That Nikki had a right to talk to her with whatever tone or whatever attitude, and she can still talk the way and handle Sarah the way she did and still be good. But they chose to villainize her for doing those things. I think that's really wrong. I think that's real brainwashing. Listen. She shoved her into the back wall in the PE room, yeah? Why? Because she threw the ball in the back of her head. And she defended herself. It was self-defense, again. I keep saying this. Villainizing characters who stand up for themselves, no matter how well they phrase it or put it. Assertion and defensiveness in black people will always go punished. That is what this movie is trying to say. Like, when you are assertive as a black person and you defend yourself, and no matter how nice your tone or how well you put it, because she was direct, but she wasn't nasty. You can't. Like, for example, the fact that Sarah couldn't just say, "Oh, the ball accidentally threw in your head." Why did Sarah jump on her back and say, "Stupid bitch"? Like, how can you not see that Sarah was the abusive person in the situation? Look, and then Chanel's like, are you stupid? Why is she egging on Sarah? As though Nikki just jumped on her and beat her. We feel like everyone's cheering for Sarah because Chanel is and the other white girl is. But the truth is, Nikki was the one who was technically attacked. As far as she's concerned, she threw the ball in her head on purpose. It was self-defense. And all Sarah had to do was just tell her it was an accident. He used it as an opportunity to attack Sarah, knowing that Nikki would get in trouble. Oh, this light's driving me nuts. The teacher literally just singled out Nikki and said, "Nikki, back off." Right? What the fuck? Nah. Nikki, back off. Do you think she's gonna know who initiated this?
It ain't over, bitch.
Good. Tell her blood clot. Stick up for yourself. It ain't over. You can't just throw the ball in my head. Come into my VIP, into my community, into my school, take my ex and do all this fuckery and think it's over. The way Nikki feels is very valid. And it's also about invalidating any emotions of any black person on screen who asserts themselves and defends themselves. We have not shown emotion, any compassion for Nikki's character throughout the whole scene, throughout the whole movie. That is crazy. We've not shown any emotional compassion or empathy towards Nikki's character throughout the whole movie, guys. That is mad. From when Derek came treated her like that. From when she brought her up into VIP. Yeah? From when she got the ball hitting her head. That was her moment. That was the introvert's moment on the dance floor to defend herself, assert herself publicly. Yeah, it's like in Set It Off when TT defended herself finally. The introvert finally got her moment and she's punished. Because why? Because this introvert doesn't walk around weak and passive. She's learned how to weaponize darkness and use the black color and dark colors to assert herself. She also has learned how to use her voice and speak up for herself. Yeah? And at the end of it, she's punished. The introvert had her moment of victory over her bully, Sarah. And we don't care. In fact, we don't really see it like that. Because when you're introverted and you know how to use your voice and you know how to use your power, you will still always become the villain. So you may as well become the villain. If you're introverted and when you use your voice and you assert yourself, you defend yourself, you become the villain. You may as well become the fucking villain then. Just do it. You can't win. You cannot win. Either you're going to walk around as an introvert like TT and lose. Or you're going to be dominated by everyone. Or you're going to walk around as an introvert like Nikki and take control and fight where you can. Which one? And still get punished. On the film, that seems to be the scenario for these characters. I don't think that's fair.
I don't even know why it started, bitch.
I don't even know why it started. She came into her VIP and talked to her salty.
Maybe you came to the wrong spot because I'm pretty sure there aren't any Negroes here.
And threw a ball back in the back of her head. And had the love to say,
I don't even know why it started, bitch.
I don't know how it started, bitch. If you guys can't see the delusion in Sarah really has that complex that many women like Sarah have, many Karens have. It's that they're good and that they're only good and everyone around them is bad. I don't know how it started. That's a bit of a stretch, isn't it? That's a bit of a stretch, guys, to say that I don't know how it started. Come on.
I'm only in your way when it comes to Derek.
She thinks it's about a man. Nerve to say, I'm only in your way when it's with Derek. It's not. Tell her.
No, it's about you. White girls like you. Creeping up, taking on men. The whole world ain't enough, you gotta conquer ours too.
Okay. Completely went over her fucking head. Complete disregard as well. Whatever, Nikki. It's always whatever. You're not gonna have no connect with this woman. You're not gonna have no intimate conversation, no intimate relationship with this woman. Nikki and Sarah can never have a relationship and a true friendship because of the behavior of Sarah, the attitude, the genuine attitude of women like Sarah. She just said no because of white women like you creeping up, taking on men. That was the first point. Creeping up, taking on men. Yeah. Second part of the point. The whole world ain't enough. You gotta conquer ours too. She fails to understand that she has infiltrated her world. Because in the white mind, they know that they have access to pretty much everything in this world, that nothing in this world is off limits to them. Every place they go, they are welcomed, they are pretty much safe and protected to a certain degree, or more than we are, say. You understand? So that concept of a certain world, you not having access to a certain world, does not exist. That is Sarah's mind. That explains her actions throughout the whole film. Her going into black spaces, places where she don't belong, into black communities, into members-only black clubs, into VIP. She continually forces her way into a space where most people most likely have to work their way up to or do something to achieve that position. But she automatically just gets access to it because she's white. She's completely oblivious to the fact that she had privilege in that world. And Nikki just told her, and she literally just said, whatever, Nikki, and made it back about Derek. The world point went over her head. I don't know who wrote this script. This is my perspective. I think it's crazy how now I watch this as a woman, and when I watched it as a girl, my perception was different because it was influenced by the director and the writer, and the goal, I believe, was to victimize white Sarah and demonize black Nikki. I'm like, why are we doing this? And again, it's like I said in the last video, demonizing black with Wolf in Cadillac Records. It's so that when you see these people in real life, you act negatively towards them, you turn on them. So they're teaching you how to turn on your own through film. They're programming you to react negatively to black people who assert themselves. They're programming you negatively to respond, as black people, to respond to black people who practice self-defense. Yeah, they're programming you to negatively respond to black people who express their feelings and emotions. The goal of the programming for this TV show and its movies is to get you to invalidate the feelings of black people in real life as well. So you go whatever. So next time you see someone behaving like Nikki, you're just gonna go, ugh.
Whatever, Nikki.
No, you're not trying to dig deeper to figure out what the fuck went on. You're just gonna invalidate her feelings, overlook the fact that she was attacked first, overlook the fact that she has a right to assert herself, and you're gonna show no empathy towards specific types of black characters who use their voice. It's always about the voice, and the pattern that I've noticed is that every time a black character is demonized, it's because they're using their voice, they're speaking up, and they're speaking truth, and they're setting their standards and holding their position that they have worked to attain. She didn't work to attain shit. It's like the same bullshit that happened with her and Chanel. Even Chanel did a 360 on her and said,
Open up your pretty brown eyes and look the hell around.
What was that? So she wanted to front her up, and then when she got pissed off, the truth came out. You understand? So how is it when Chanel did that? Was Chanel nasty when she did that?
Don't put your shit on the floor.
We forgave her, right? Because Sarah forgave her, right? When we're taken on this emotional journey throughout this film, we're being manipulated by the writers and directors to empathize with white and demonize and hate black. If that experience that's happening right now as you watch your screen, in your mind, in your heart, and you watch it, take it and you repeat it with the real people who mirror these characters in real life. They're teaching you how to interact with each other and how to feel about yourself and black people in your community. The brainwashing is elite. It's time that we start becoming aware of this first. Yeah, the first step is to become aware. I'll let you know the agenda later, but we need to become aware of what's going on. Disgusting. I mean, one of my favorite black girl characters, because I just love. First of all, she's full black, and she's a powerful black woman, and she's a dominant black woman, and she's cool. She's just got this edge to her, this darkness to her, but that comes from her power, not from like a wicked darkness, like a power, a righteous power. I just love that. We don't really see black women like that on screen. Whenever they do, they kind of fall into like the black African American kind of ghetto kind of stereotype. I do believe again that Nikki is an introvert who understands how to use her power and wield the dark color and darkness to her advantage. You understand? So guys, I hope you enjoyed this series, Demonizing Black. Look out for the next videos coming next week, and this will continue to come up assertion and self-defense and feelings and voice. I know that's what I'm supposed to be discussing. I believe that in my heart. So thank you guys for watching. And in a world that's ever trying to change who we are, you stay black, you stay pure, and you stay righteous. Okay? I see you online.